Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Steve. So I kind of have a crushing story. Not crushing because I could have stole the girl from the guy, but you know I'm not that type of person. Unless you're an asshole, then I'll do what I gotta do. But you know, I'm just kidding. I would never do that to someone because I wouldn't like it if they tried to do it to me, but they wouldn't be able to. I'm just cocky like that. That's the way I am. Anyway, not cocky. It's confidence. Anyway, so this is a story. You know, it happened. I don't know. It's probably like May or June of 2016. So it's still this year. Like 6-7 months ago, May or June 2016. I just got back from college. The semester just ended, and I went to this new gym called the NYSC in Brooklyn, New York. And you know, so it's my first time going there with my uncle and things like that. He asked me to go drop him back off at his house, so I go drop him off at his house, and you know, I come back to the gym and I just ball. You know, I ball all day that summer, like literally. From 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. literally. Like some days I wouldn't even eat. That's what you do, right? So anyway, so we get to a point where I lose the game and I have to get off the court because there's a lot of people there. So if you lose, you have to get off the court and you have to wait until your turn. So you have to call next, and there's probably like 5 or 6 next, right? So I lose. I go to the water fountain, which is in the locker room. But to get there, it's like a hallway, and then to the left is the girls' locker room, to the right is the guys' locker room, and straight ahead is like a tennis court. So I go right, and this girl is sitting outside of the boys' locker room on this bench on her phone. I'm like, oh my gosh. Damn, you know, I only saw like a glance of her because I was walking fast because I had to go to the pee-pee, and then I wanted to get some water. So I'm like, damn, you know, and I come out, and I see her again. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then there's a door, not a door, but like a staircase next to the girls' locker room that goes upstairs to like a ab station. So I go up there and I start working out because my boy Billy is calling next. We already called next, so he's gonna shoot me a text when we get up. So I'm at the ab station working out. By the way, don't do that because if you work out your abs real hard and they get sore, it gets hard to breathe. But anyway, so I'm working out abs, and she comes up and starts working out abs too. I'm like, wait a minute. Are you trying to, you know, you know when girls try to get close to you, you know, but subliminally, like subtly, right? Not subliminally, that doesn't even make sense. Subtly. So she comes closer to me, and you know, there's like this machine where you don't have to put your seatbelt on, but there's a seatbelt. You put your arms up, and then you push down, and it like works out your abs. So I'm doing that. And then behind me, there's like this the thing that you hang off. You put your arms on, and you hang it, and you bring your legs up. I don't know the exact name of it. Whatever. And she's behind me doing that, and there's a mirror in front of us, so I can see her behind me. Literally, she won't stop looking at me. She's staring at me, you know, and I'm looking at her too. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn. So I go to there's like a little opening that leads to another room filled with mirrors, and then there's like a whole bunch of medicine balls and mats and things like that. Actually, the whole thing is matted. There's only like a portion of the room that's solid. But anyway, so I go to the medicine ball area, and I start, you know, I lift my legs up and I go side to side. I'm like, right? And then she literally comes next to me, and she does the same exact thing. I'm like, okay, wait a minute, you know. I'm like, oh shit, should I start talking, you know? And so time goes on, and you know, she's still there with me. I go get some water. The water fountain's literally at the other side of the room, so I get water. I come back, and while I'm getting water, I'm thinking like, okay, what should I say to her? You know, I don't know what to say. So I said some y'all gonna laugh at this, but I said some cheesy line. I said the cheesiest line ever. I was like, hey, are you a model or something? Because you look good, man. You know, something crazy. Like, I don't remember exactly what I said, but I said something cheesy like that. You know, I thought I was like so cool. It was so cheesy looking back. And she was like, nah, I just like to, you know, keep my body in shape and look good and eat good. And, you know, she had that, like, flirting voice. I'm like, okay, damn. You know, I was like, hey, what's your name? I'm Steven. It's nice to meet you. She's you guys are probably like, Steve, you got no game. You got no game right now. She's like, hey, my name's Veronica. I think that's what she said. Either Veronica or Victoria or Vicky or something like that. Started with a V. I'll go with Veronica. She's like, hey, I'm Veronica. It's nice to meet you. I've never seen you here before. I'm like, yeah, I just came back down from college. I actually go to college in Morrisville, but I'm transferring to a college in Florida. She's like, oh, that's so cool. Like, what do you do? I'm like, oh, you know, I play sports and things like that. And she's like, oh, that's cool, you know, I love sports. And I was like, yeah, I play basketball. Have you ever watched basketball? She's like, yeah, you know. And she was like, I'm a Knicks fan. I'm like, what? In my mind, I'm like, what? I didn't say it like that, but you know, I started jittering. I got a little excited. I was like, okay. So I was like, who's your favorite Knicks player? Guys, she said Aaron Aflalo. I was like, oh my goodness. When she said my favorite Knicks player is Aaron Aflalo, you know when you stare at someone like, like that. I tried to be, nice about it. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, so that's exactly what I said. Something crazy. I was like, yeah, that's cool. Have you ever heard of Carmelo Anthony? She's like, yeah, he's all right. I'm like, what? So right there, that was like, wait a minute. Is she lying to me? She doesn't actually watch basketball. She just, trying to, because some girls do that. Like, yeah, I watch sports just to get attention of guys. Like, oh, we have something in common. So I was like, all right, well, it was nice meeting you. Well, we actually talked for a few more minutes. I don't remember the exact conversation, but we talked for a few more minutes. And Billy sent me a text, and I was like, oh, I'm going to go downstairs and play basketball. You're welcome to come watch if you want. She's like, oh, I have to go soon. I would love to. And she was like, and I was like, hey, do you, are you from around here? She's like, yeah, I live in, what's that neighborhood called, man? Under the Verrazano, not Williamsburg. Oh my gosh, dude. I was doing so good with the story until this part. I always do that in my videos. I don't remember the exact name of the neighborhood. It's not Williamsburg. It's the neighborhood under the Verrazano. It's not Coney Island. It's near there. I don't remember the exact name of it. I'm trying to think of it, man. Because, fuck. Anyway, so she said some neighborhood. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I live in Park Slope. And she's like, oh, yeah, that's a really nice neighborhood. I've been there a few times. And I was like, yeah, you ever been to Smiley's Pizza? It's really good, Maybe we could go one time. When I said that, she had like this little, how do I say it? She had like this little cute grin on her face, and she started blushing. She was like, yeah, I would love to, but, I have a boyfriend right now. And I'm like, what? In my mind, I'm like, fuck. Damn, man. I was like, all right. It was nice meeting you, though. Maybe, we can hang out one time as friends. We don't have to be... That's a way to slowly creep in, guys. If you guys out there, if you have a girl, if you like a girl that has a boyfriend, you'd be like, hey, we could just hang out as friends. We don't have to go out on a date. Who said it was supposed to be like a romantic date? It could just be as friends. And then you guys start hanging out, and then you gotta start being, you gotta start doing your thing, playing that game. But anyway, so I'm like, yeah, we can hang out as friends or whatever. And she's like, no, I got a boyfriend. But back to the real story. When I said that, she started blushing, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I have a boyfriend. I'm like, oh, all right. It was nice meeting you anyway. And so I go downstairs to the locker room. I go back and I get some... actually, I think I went pee-pee again. And I don't know why I keep saying pee-pee like a little boy. Anyway, so I go to the locker room. I go pee. Guys, this shit crushed my soul. This crushed me because this girl was so beautiful. Oh, my goodness, guys. I would have done some things. Let's just say that to her. That would have made her scream my name. I'll just say that. But anyway. You guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so... I'm stupid, man. So when I come out the locker room, there's locks inside the locker room. There's also locks outside of it where that bench is where she was sitting when I first saw her. Right, so she's over there on that bench where I first saw her in the sitting there, and her boyfriend or some guy, I don't know. He was old though, guys. He was old, and she was like, I don't know, like 18, 19, 20. So in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what? That can't be her boyfriend. That has to be her dad or something. But literally, guys, when I was at the basketball court, we were about to get on, right? They were probably like, I think they had point game or something like that. I was about to get on. They're walking by. I see him holding her, and he kisses her on the cheek, and then he kisses her on the lips. So I'm like, oh, you guys don't know how bad that crushed my soul. That hurt so badly. I lost a girl to an old man. An old man. Man, she was so beautiful. I've never seen her again, actually. I've never seen that girl again, but she was beautiful. I can't believe I should have tried to keep going on with that, man. I should have just asked her, like, yeah, we def have to hang out, It doesn't have to be romantic, and then I could have slowly peeped the game, you know what I mean? But anyway, guys, I'm out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed the story. I lost a girl to an old man. This old man stole my girl, even though he already had her. But you guys get the point. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been Steve. Let me know if you guys have ever had a similar situation in the comment section below. I'm out of here. Love y'all. Peace.